guys. Black Scout Survival Late Night Live. Thanks for tuning in. So let's talk about Bud Light real quick. We've been talking about it. It's a hot topic. Kid Rock shooting up cans and all sorts of stuff. Well, let me show you. They not only it's not only been Bud Light, but we'll talk about that. But Nike as well paired up with Dylan Mulvaney, and so they have been just silent ever since they launched the Dylan Mulvaney campaign and celebrating his quote unquote 365 days of womanhood. And so, yeah, I mean, they don't know their target market, their demographic. They, I mean, it's just incredible. But what we keep seeing with these companies is that they're not trying to sell products; they're trying to sell ideology. The social injustice, woke, Marxist ideologies is what they're moving towards. They don't even care about making money anymore. And Dylan Mulvaney also partnered up with Nike and has also gotten Nike's been catching hell. So let's just be honest with ourselves. But you see here, they both are getting conservative backlash. I can't understand why any conservative would wear Nike. They were the first ones to cross the threshold. Like, you're wrong if you wear Nike. Go wear New Balances. New Balance actually supported a Trump campaign, and I mean and as far as I know, up to date is that they don't promote any of the nonsense. I haven't seen it, at least. But let's hear from Bud Light's PR marketing guru they hired to basically make the brand a bunch of money.
Woman, I had a really clear job to do.
I'm a businesswoman, obviously not.
When I took over Bud Light.
And your job was to freaking lose billions of dollars. I don't know how much she's getting paid. Let's just probably say she's probably making $200,000 a year, and she lost the company billions of dollars within a week.
And this brand is in decline. It's been in decline for a really long time. And if we do not attract young drinkers to come and drink this brand, there will be no future for Bud Light. So I had this super clear mandate. It's like we need to evolve and elevate this incredibly iconic brand.
She means evolve and destroy.
And what I brought to that was a belief in, okay, what does evolve and elevate mean? It means inclusivity. It means shifting the tone. It means having a campaign that's truly inclusive and feels lighter and brighter and different and appealing.
When you are trying to make money, a profitable company, and when you use the word inclusive, you lost focus, right? What are you trying to sell? Are you selling beer? Are you selling ideology?
Appeals to women and to men. And representation is at sort of the heart of evolution. You've got to see people who reflect you in the work. And we had this hangover. I mean, Bud Light had been kind of a brand of fratty, kind of out of touch humor. And it was really important that we.
Yeah, your main demographic, I guarantee frat brothers are drinking it, right? I can't stand Bud Light. I used to drink it when I was freaking young, broke. It's literally tastes like piss. Anyway, so they have been tanking. On March 31st, they had $132 billion market cap, and as of today, $128 billion. Literally, the Dylan Mulvaney campaign shaved off nearly $4 billion in company value, right? And people say, oh, boycotts don't work. Oh, okay. Right here, you can see they do. You just have to stand your ground, right? And let these people know, man, like, get back to doing what you do, is selling beer. Like, sell beer to fraternity dudes and rednecks out at the freaking NASCAR, right? That's that's what it is. Fraternity bros and NASCAR bros. I mean, that's what you're doing. I'm sure Dylan Mulvaney was not sipping on Bud Lights. Like, where did you get so lost? And you're a businesswoman. Oh, okay. I guarantee she won't get a job again. She's going to get fired because the $200,000 they paid her, she'll never be able to recoup the $4 billion, right, that they lost. Hey, Tamantha, I saw this comment. I've been a fan of this channel for a few years. I've not always agree with what he says, but it's okay because he's taught me a lot about information. Thank you, Tamantha. And I wish more people had this type of mindset. You may not agree with everything everyone says. You find value in what they say. If you find more value in what they say, then that's good. I see people that supposedly align with the same type of belief system I do, and they'll immediately flake out over one thing, over a joke. I remember I said that you weren't a man if you're under 6 foot tall or something like that, and dudes like flipped. I mean, it's a joke. Dudes flipped out. Anyway, I literally got hate mail for 3 months for that. But let's go down. Yeah. So somebody's saying they drink IPA. I don't really like IPA, but if you're gonna drink beer, like at least let it taste good, right? You know what I mean? I mean, when you're young, you're getting trash, so it doesn't even matter. You're just slamming beer and the cheapest thing you can get. Whatever rock gut you can get. Adrian, thanks, buddy. Get them pull ups, man. Yeah, while them soy boys drinking Bud Light, and yeah, literally, but beer will raise your estrogen, by the way. So definitely drink in moderation. Anyway, let's hear from Mr. Joe Biden. This is the real Joe Biden. Now, this is not the AI. This is the legit one. And how you know is because he can't put together a sentence.
That you would be taking part in our upcoming election in 2024.
Well, I'll either be rolling an egg or being the guy who's pushing them out.
Come on, help a brother out.
Even Jill's looking at him and saying, "What the hell is he saying?" Here, listen again.
You saying that you would be taking part in our upcoming election in 2024?
Well, I'll either be rolling an egg or
He's going to take part in the president, and he'll roll an egg.
Being the guy who's pushing them out.
Come on,
I'll be the guy who's pushing the eggs out. He's not even there. Jill's like,
help a brother out. Make some news for me.
I plan on running out, but we're not prepared to.
I plan on running out.
Announce it yet.
All right. Well, are you saying that?
I plan on running them eggs. I don't know. Anyhow, let's get to he can't even talk, man. Crazy. Anyhow, let's talk about something more serious, right? And 4 killed, 9 injured in a bank shooting by an employee, right? Connor Sturgeon was notified that he was going to be terminated, and he basically left a letter. They're saying that he was being terminated from Old National Bank and that he was going to go do this mass shooting from being terminated. At least 4 people were killed in this. It's in Louisville, Kentucky. He was 23 years old and employed at the bank. His weapon of choice was a rifle, and he was shot and killed by law enforcement. Now, it didn't get into specifics, at least in what I found, on what type of rifle, but the shooter was actually live streaming, according to the police chief, but they had the footage taken offline. Local hospital received 9 patients following the shooting, 2 police officers and 7 civilians. 3 patients have been released and 3 are in critical condition. So we'll talk more about it. I do want to show a news clip of it just so you can get the full story.
Investigators in Louisville, Kentucky say the mass shooter who killed 4 people and wounded 9 others at a downtown bank was an employee there who had recently been notified he was about to be fired. Reporter Christian Benavides has more now on the victims.
Police descended on an Old National Bank branch in downtown Louisville to find a gunman still firing shots.
The suspect has been identified as Connor Sturgeon, white male, 23 years of age, who was employed at Old National Bank. His weapon of choice was a rifle.
Officers exchanged gunfire with the suspect, who died at the scene. Police named 4 victims who were killed inside.
Tommy Elliott, 63 years of age. Jim Tutt, 64 years of age. Josh Barrett, 40 years of age. And Juliana Farmer, 57.
Today, I'm hurt.
Kentucky Governor ANTIBIOTICS-Here fought back tears as he addressed the latest mass shooting.
We lost 4 children of God today, one of whom was one of my closest friends.
Caleb Goodlet's wife works inside the building.
I got a call from my wife panicking that she was locked in the vault, that there was an active shooter in the building.
She took shelter inside along with other terrified workers.
They had a phone inside the vault. She was able to reach me. I haven't heard about her coworkers yet or anything, but I have talked to her and seen her. She's fine.
Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg said his city has set up a family assistance center for anyone affected by Monday's event.
Whether you were physically hurt or not.
So yeah, the big thing about this guy is that he's another mass shooter that uses pronouns in his profile, right? He's one of those. Syndication associate, portfolio banker for Old National Bank, graduate of business. So yeah, him, you see that there, right? The other thing is that he was posting anti-Trump stuff. Look, flexing today. And what does it say? Wow, how did you get like that? Every time Trump says some racist stuff, I do one push-up. Finally, an excuse to stand without being a bad person. Health officials advise people to work at home, postpone gatherings to slow the spread. The general public and introverts. So yeah, he was one of those type of guys. And sadly, though, a rookie cop was shot in the head by this dirtbag. And this is Nick Wilt. He's 26 years old. He just graduated from the police academy on March 31st, guys. March 31st. He had barely been on the job when he was shot. He underwent brain surgery after he was shot in the head. He was one of the 2 officers injured when the shooter opened fire at the bank. They responded. So yeah, keep him in your prayers. You know, this guy's just too young. But again, this is the type of individual we keep seeing popping up, right? They got the pronouns in their profile. But carry everywhere, guys. And you know, we live in a different era. It's a different world we live in. And this guy got fired from his job and he went on a shooting spree. Lunatics, a lot of lunatics out there that have no care about human life. You know, they'll take their own, they'll go kill a bunch of people. It's just lunatics out there, and carry everywhere. You know, that's my best way to, you know, be prepared, stay frosty. The best advice I can give you. You know, and obviously there's probably signs of these things. Someone that's you know, posting just stuff like this, you know, obviously they're maybe a little off the rocker anyway. So, you know, keep an eye out for these people and be careful out there. Yeah. Let me put here. He, him, where was. I like it. So you're probably on the FBI list. Yeah. We all are probably on the FBI list. So apparently the FBI documents that were obtained by the Heritage Foundation by a Freedom of Information Act show the Bureau associating a wide variety of internet slang with extremism. According to the FBI, words like based, when you say that's based, and Chad are signs of violent extremism. The document associates common internet terms like base, red pill, and Chad, neat, and it's over are associated with extremism. They said it's radical, racial extremists to refer to someone as and has been converted to racist ideology. Red pill, according to this document, means someone who has adopted racist, anti-Semitic, and fascist beliefs. That's absolutely not true. It's coming from the freaking matrix, where it's the blue and the red pill, right? And some people use it for Democrat and Republican, but a lot of people use red pill for you know, masculinity now. You see these red pill gurus, they call them, and it's wild to me that your tax dollars are going to actually sit and look at memes, investigating memes, right? I share Chad memes all the time. I shared one today on Black Scout. This one here, I'll show you. This is a Chad meme. This character here is one of the Chad memes. There's a few different ones, but this is one of them that's very popular. I thought this one was funny. Why do women live longer than men? I don't know. Get the kids out of here. I'll hold them off, right? But yeah, so this is for some reason radical extremism, right? It's freaking funny. I share Chad memes all the time. I'm sure you do too. You probably say words like based, right? That's based. There's literally nothing behind any of this. But I'm sure I'm near at the top of their list anyway, so it doesn't even matter at this point. The other thing is the FBI actually sent undercover agents into the Catholic churches to investigate parishes for domestic extremism. Literally, our tax dollars were, instead of trying to keep fentanyl off the streets, keep the freaking drug cartels from filling the country up with drugs and killing our kids and, inner city gang violence, illegal immigrants crossing the border. I mean, we could go on and go on. Hunter Biden, right? Thanks, my brother. But Hunter Biden, I mean, we could, Biden crime family, Biden $3 million he got from the Chinese Communist Party. I mean, we could go on, but they're literally, they're looking at people like me and you that posting memes on social media, using the words based, and literally going into Catholic churches. So the FBI, to the committee, they said the FBI sent undercover agents into the Catholic churches to investigate those parishes for domestic extremism. Like I said, based on the limited information produced by the FBI to the committee, Jim Jordan writes in a letter to the FBI director and says, we now know that the FBI relied on at least one undercover agent to produce its analysis, and that the FBI proposed that its agents engage in outreach to Catholic parishes to develop sources among the clergy and church leadership to inform Americans practicing their faith. So for some reason now, going to a Catholic church is extremism. Well, that shouldn't even surprise you. If you notice, all of Christianity is under attack, right? I mean, it is being anti-abortion is somehow extremist. Anti wanting to cut kids' genitalia off is extremism. Lifting weights is extremism. What else? Let's keep going. Going to church is now extremism. So it's coming to a church near you. You're going to have an FBI guy in there coming to a church near you, and you're going to be investigated probably, right? So if you've ever shared a meme, how funny it could be, it doesn't matter. The FBI's probably got you on a list investigating. You're probably using that meme to now listen to your cell phone, because they can listen to your phone whether it's on or not, right? You can turn that thing on. Edward Snowden dropped that bomb. And because you posted a meme, they can sit and spy on you, spy on your family, look at your financial transactions, go look at your friends, go look at your DMs, go look at your text messages. Loss of privacy. And we were talking about the freaking Restrict Act. Doesn't say anything about TikTok in that son of a gun. But what it does say is they'll come take your freaking house if you are on the wrong platform, DMing the wrong person, right? Appreciate it, Josh. Yes, I did hear that, man. They're going to take care of it. Abbott said he's actually going to pardon him. So, and that attorney was actually, he's talking about the Fort Polk Army soldier being charged. The attorney is a George Soros funded attorney. We keep having these guys pop up, Someone said they met Snowden here. That's pretty cool. So, yeah. Then I talked about the big document leak with the Ukraine-Russia document leak. I would even do a whole video on this, but the FBI is investigating this stuff very heavily, and they'll probably take your video down. But man, guys, you can go find it fairly easy. It is pretty wild. they're talking about Ukraine attacking inside of Russia, which will start, mark my words, World War III with American weapons. America is spying on Israel and South Korea and basically blackmailing them to provide weapons to Ukraine. And I mean, it's bad. It's a bad day. You can go find it. It's all over the internet. You just gotta go look for it. People are posting like crazy. Some guy actually, I guess some gamers were posting it, and it just went viral. So it's easy to find. Go find it. Go look at it. But it's serious. They're trying to say Richie Bravo saying that it's disinformation. Yeah, that's what they're saying. I don't know. It could be Russian disinformation. But what they're saying is that there are embellishments about the conflict that's even going on, that it's not even as serious as what they say. I mean, it's all kinds of stuff. Easy to find. Trad wives are extreme. Yeah. Go find you a trad wife. Your life will be great. If you know what that means traditional wife. Go find you one. Your life will be great. I promise you. And be a traditional man too. Stand up and stand up your values. It's funny. I'll go off on a tangent just for a moment, but the thing is, a lot of men expect their wives to be like some 1950s, and that's fine if she is, but you have to be too, right? You have to be the 1950s guy too, the dude who does all the work, holds open the door, freaking puts himself in between danger and the family. He's cutting the grass. He's changing tires. He's freaking changing oil. He's doing all these things, right? He fixing things. Not going to go buy something new. No, he replaces and fixes what he works on. Oh, I'm thinking about something. I'm wrong. All right, Josh. Sorry about that. Anywho, what's the topic of discussion, Scott? We have had a lot. Need to go back and watch the whole video. But that's the thing is, you got to fulfill your end of the deal as well. You know what I mean? Staying in shape. No woman wants to do with bigger boobs than she has. A lot of these men walk around flabby. You got to be the part, play the part, be the dangerous man. Go watch my dangerous man. If you hadn't watched my dangerous man video I did last week, go watch it. Push through. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. Australian woman said internal. That's what we were just talking about the leak. Internal attacks on Russian territory by U.S. weapons. That was in the leak. So we'll see. We'll see if it happens, man. I mean, this whole Ukraine thing has been wild anyway. Like out of the gate, I mean, they were almost provoking. The Biden admin was almost provoking Russia to even invade. So anyhow, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if it plays out. I mean, the documents are out there. It's too much money has been pushed into this to me to make it seem that it's probably true, especially where it comes with the spying with the allies. I'm not sure, Southern Sun, what money thing you're talking about. I'm gonna wonder, maybe you're talking about the BRIC situation. Be more clear, guys, in your questions if I see them. I don't see all of them because what you got to understand, when I'm doing these videos, I'm using an app. My app doesn't show real time comments like you're seeing on YouTube. So like a lot of the comments I won't even see because they go so fast and they only select certain ones to show me. I do want to talk about this for a second because a lot of people asked me the other day about the respirator thing, the gas mask, that I got a code from Partial Safety for 25% off. A lot of people order them. And some people were saying, hey, what about Mirror Safety? Well, I reached out to Mirror Safety after a lot of you guys were talking about that to see if I could get a discount. Literally, they were talking to me so happy. And then when I said, well, I need a discount code for my followers, and it went to crickets. So anyway, Partial Safety, I got a new version to try to show you guys. So you've seen the tactical version the other day. So this is set up so you can put on left or right for shooting. So I'm a right-hand shooter, so the canister's on left-hand side so I can shoot with it, right? And so it's a little bit more expensive for the tactical version. There's one called a survival version that's a little bit lower cost, so it has a in the center, so you can still shoot. It has a good visibility, good field of view there, right? I think it's 200 degrees on these. You can see. I'm going to pull them up on the website in just a second so you can see. So you see great field of view, right? And you can get various different canisters. This is the heavy duty one here, but as you can see, it's in the center. This is a survival one, but it's lower cost than the other one. And so I'll put my link below so you guys can check it out, but I'll pull it up and show you the cost of them. So the survival one is $139, and then you take the 25% off, which is incredible. The tactical one that I was showing the other day is $250. So you're like $100 off. So if you guys that are on a budget, I definitely recommend having a mask, guys. Like, this is no joke, especially looking at we're like close to freaking World War III, right? There will be chem bio weapons, I promise you. So this is something that you can get if you. I would suggest, if you can't get the tactical one, to get the one with the center canister, the survival, the ST100X there, because that way you can still shoot in the center instead of having the ones with the dual canisters. This one here. So yeah, that's it. That's the survival. I wanted to show you guys this one because I did get it, and I think they have different like colored lenses if you're into that stuff. I probably wouldn't get colored lenses because I won't want nothing if I have to be in a freaking dark room or something. Let's say I'm trying to get out of a house, my house is on fire, smoke everywhere. So yeah, I wanted to show you guys that. I'll put the link below for that. Definitely get you a mask, man. And so this is a more affordable option for those that, especially with my 25% off code, right? So anyhow, I really like when companies give my subscribers codes because it is just, I try to help you guys out, right? Cody says hello to the FBI handlers. Oh, you got your mask on there, Cody. Nice. It has a date when to change it and also usage, like how many usage. So do they seal good with a beard, right? No, they don't seal good with a beard. But let me tell you something. I used to be on a hazmat team. Like, I did this stuff professionally. And I actually did respirators as well as this was something I volunteered to do. This was like not in the military. This was after the military. I volunteered. I was on a volunteer hazmat team. I was a hazmat technician. And so we also did the SCBA, which is basically like a scuba tank, like a fireman wears, right? An encapsulated suit, fully encapsulated. And so what we would do, because most everybody had beards, is that, we would keep a razor, like in with our mask, we would keep a razor. So you would dry shave if you had to, if it was serious. But most of the time we kept a jar of petroleum jelly, because you could take the petroleum jelly and rub it on your beard and it will make a seal to your beard. Always worked. Yeah, Anarchy, that's right, brother. So yeah, you can rub the petroleum jelly and it'll stick, right? And that's coming from somebody who actually did this stuff. So, and most of the people can, yeah. Richie, people ask me that all the time, bro, for real. Anyhow, but it's something that a lot of people, you hear this, but trust me, there's lots of dudes with beards that are running around with masks on, right? And you'll hear people say, well, it don't work. There's guys in here, even the last time I talked about it, they said the same thing. It works, right? But looking at your comments real quick, make sure I don't miss anything. There's a buffering issue. Sorry. All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. We're on a list. We're all there. We're all on a list. So, we'll be in the gulag together. Anyhow, guys, remember to stay frosty, stay strapped, stay dangerous. I'll put the link to the code below. Go grab you one, grab your family one, grab your kids one. And all right, Josh, I'll definitely look at that, brother. Thank you. Thanks, Papa Mac. Guys. Thanks, guys. Stay frosty, stay strapped, stay dangerous. Take care.